Hello, scaredy cats. Welcome to Jump Scare, the weekly show where I bring you into the frightening world of horror. I am your host, Cierra Caballero. On Halloween, my friends and I halfway watched the film Goodnight Mommy, and I noticed the film drew on rather slowly. Seriously, guys, you're gonna cut me off during my show? Is it just because I cut off Goodnight Mommy and you liked it? This is a revenge? Okay, fine, I'll give it one more chance and I'll let you know, but no promises. Speaking of, the film did get me thinking a lot about the current horror films that take on this similar style. What does that all mean, though? The films of the 2010s, which is still occurring now, had showed a bit of a spike in more observational filmmaking. Films such as It Follows, Darling, I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in This House take on this style. What I have noticed is that the stories focus on exposition. Exposition is used to give the viewer more information about a character's backstory, elaborating on the character's own persona, etc., in ways that wouldn't normally be possible, especially in a script. It can be used through dialogue, props, text, and even narration. Observational filmmaking is big right now, and it really does go against the typical jump scare. Hey, trademark, right? Okay, we don't really own it, but you know. Okay, just kidding. Action-packed formula that we are used to. We see these long takes focusing on a moment for a good amount of time. If you've seen, say, Darling, the camera focuses on the hallway door for a good amount of time, also adding that they make Darling look exponentially smaller than her surroundings. Obviously an artistic choice. Also, focusing longingly on certain props or on a character's face. The stories are very psychological, even pathological. Why this change, though? Why this separation from the typical formula that we are used to? We are given these stories that, though slow, have a reward in the end, which is funny. I call this ending the WTF ending. Obviously, I need a better nickname, but I found that these new films have a WTF end. Usually, that's kind of what they lead to. Sometimes it's out of just random violence out of nowhere, just violent, or it's up to interpretation, or it just ends like I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in This House. It just ended. Why did I watch it? Okay, anyway, bear with me. It Follows WTF ending is up to interpretation, for example, in that you wonder if it is still following them. Recently, I watched Ryan Hollinger's Film Theory YouTube channel, and he explained the film and also its ending, which I thought was really fascinating. He mentioned how the color red was sort of a symbol for it being close by or near. Also that the curse was passed on through deception. If you want to know more in depth about the film, check out his channel. There you go, check it out. Yes, subscribe. So in retrospect, these new films definitely laid to more thought-provoking stories, more complex characters, artistic and even avant-garde inspired cinematography. I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in This House was pretty slow. Very, very, very slow. And it did have a WTF ending where you are left to wonder what it all means. What did it all lead up to? Babadook is the same, however, a little bit more straightforward in that the Babadook will always be there, but it is more controlled. Obviously, Babadook is a metaphor, many would say, of depression, others would say otherwise. What are your thoughts? New films definitely take on more symbolism and metaphors, while the films in, say, the 2000s were a little bit more straightforward horror, still deconstructing the slasher genre, the ghost genre, lots of teenagers running amok. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this transition, this new formula. What is your favorite current film? Do you like the slower paced films? Let me know. This week's movie spotlight is The Eyes of My Mother, directed by Nicholas Pesky. This film is one on my list. Why am I recommending you a movie that I haven't seen yet? It's because I want us to see it sort of together. We can both get an opinion on it. It's like a book club, but with movies. It follows the story of Francisca, who is unfazed by death because of her mother's career as a surgeon. However, when tragedy strikes, trauma awakens curiosities, which may not be such a good thing. Does this film follow the new formula? We shall see. Stay spooky, my friends.